Hey guys, welcome back to the Cellar. So a few weeks ago I did a trailer reaction for the Munsters and it was just released, so I had to watch it right away. So today we are going to be discussing my honest opinion on the film overall. Make sure you hit that like button and I'll be right back. So this movie stars Sheri Moon Zombie as Lily, Jeff Daniel Phillips as Herman Munster, even Cassandra Peterson, Elvira, makes an appearance in this film as well. So like you guys, when I first watched this trailer, I didn't like it. I'm going to be honest, I didn't like it. It felt a little corny at times, it felt a little cheesy. But I went into this movie with a complete open mind. I was really afraid that I was going to have to bash it today, and I'm pleased to say that I'm not going to have to. So yes, as a Munster fan and a Rob Zombie fan, I went into watching this film with an open mind, like I said, and I liked it. I really liked it. I don't know if I could say I loved it, but I did like it and I did enjoy it. It was light, it was bright, it was colorful. It reminded me a lot of the show with a Rob Zombie, like a little twist to it, you know? Yes, I've heard people say, like, I wish it was in black and white the entire time. You get a little bit of black and white towards the end, but the colors were really vibrant. It was actually like watching a live action cartoon at times. And I must say that it didn't feel like I was watching a movie. It felt like I was watching a sitcom, a television show, which was really cool as well. You know, I used to watch this show with my family, my grandparents, my parents growing up. And this movie is something I could watch with my grandparents, you know, and my parents. It is definitely a prequel to the story that we're used to, and they cover all bases. It's just, you know, in the beginning, it seems a little silly. It seems a little goofy at times, but I was laughing throughout. There's a lot of times where I was laughing. And I've been also hearing a lot of people saying, like, okay, after the first hour, they stopped watching. You can't stop watching after the first hour, you know, it's just, they're getting into the characters, they're introducing each of them, and it gets to, like, you know, what we're used to, you know, them moving into Hollywood. I thought it was a good movie. I don't know. I think people heard Rob Zombie's name and they thought it was going to be dark, a little vulgar, maybe some cursing, maybe a boob shot here and there. And it wasn't. And I'm happy he stayed true to the Munsters. This is a wholesome show, and this movie was wholesome. It was cute. It was fun. You know, if you went into it with like kind of like, oh, I'm not going to like it, it's going to be stupid, I'm not going to be able to get through it, then of course you're not going to like it. But if you went in with an open mind and really gave it a chance, I think you would like this movie. If you are a Munster fan, I don't see how you couldn't like this movie. Grandpa was amazing. He looked like Grandpa from the show. You know, even Marilyn Munster makes a little cameo in it. Igor's in it. Yes, it's cute. It shows you how all the characters came together and ended up in Hollywood, right? Which is pretty cool. Is what a prequel should do. It should cover all bases, and I feel like this movie did. It was funny. It was a good time overall. Like, I was pleasantly surprised. There was a lot of times where I was just sitting here and I'm like, you know, I caught myself laughing at certain scenes. I caught myself enjoying certain scenes. And I just was like, wow, I do like this. I do. And did you know this is Rob Zombie's first movie that he has made that is not an R rating? I like that as well. I'm happy that I didn't have to, like, you know, cringe at certain parts. Like, of course, I like dark, I like gory, I like, you know, brutal horror movies, but I don't think the Munsters should be one. And Jeff Daniel Phillips as Herman Munster, he was perfect. That laugh was spot on. There's a scene where he's sitting at the table and he's laughing and he's banging at the table, and I'm like, this is Herman Munster. This is phenomenal. So yeah, I really enjoyed how it was shot. You know, it was shot like just, you know, there's times where you see them walking and they're kind of just like gliding through. You see like the fog, and, you know, it was a little mysterious. It was a little silly, but it was fun. So overall, I really did enjoy this movie. It was not what I was expecting. I thought I was going to come on today and rip this thing apart. I felt bad because I am a Rob Zombie fan. So I just felt bad ripping his, work of art. But I'm happy that he stayed true to the show. He is a fan, and you can tell he's a fan. So if I had to rate this film, I'm going to do it. I do it pretty harshly when I rate these movies. I would give it a 7.5. I didn't think it was bad. I think 7 would be too low. It was better than I expected. Of course, there's some things that I didn't love. I thought it was a little cheesy, but again, I feel like it should be cheesy. These sitcom shows, back in the day were not all serious. There's laughs, there's silliness, but it stayed true to the Munsters. I feel like he stayed true to himself. There's a lot of scenes, like dancing scenes, that were very, very on point for Rob Zombie movies, which I loved. Sherry Moon, she was just Sherry Moon in this, with a little bit of Lily Munster thrown in there, which I did enjoy. This will be streaming on Netflix. Today it comes out. Watch it. Don't listen to other people. Watch it. Get your honest opinion on it. Go in with an open mind, an open heart, and just try to enjoy it. Now, if you are not a Munsters fan, if you're not a Rob Zombie fan, I don't know if you are going to love this. I feel like you have to be a little bit of both. Definitely a Munsters fan. You definitely have to be a Munsters fan. If you are a full-blown Rob Zombie fan and you've never seen the Munsters, maybe sit this one out. I don't know if you're going to really love it, but if you are a Munsters fan and you enjoy Rob Zombie movies, give it a try, give it a try. And please come back and let me know what you thought of it. Of course, we are not going to all agree. We are going to have differences of opinions. This is mine. I give it a 7.5. I enjoyed it. I didn't think it was a bad film. I really didn't think it was a bad film. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't. Make sure you're following me on social media, and I'll be right back.